Hello everybody and welcome to Jumputi Heroes, some more Jumputi Heroes news. The Ori collection video is going to take a little bit longer, so it's coming, don't worry. We've got news for the October events. We actually had most of it on Thursday, but I wanted to wait till Sunday when we got the official announcement and see if there was anything extra, anything we were missing, which there was a little bit. Let's get into it. A lot of this stuff we can skip. Okay, so the Naruto and Gitsuki birthday stuff is mostly all done. This ended on the 11th. You know, the Gintama banners are still going for a little bit longer. The same with the Naruto banners. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter, OCHD YouTube on Twitter, and join our Discord, join the Jumputi Discord. If you want the news, that's the best places to go. But also, you know, we post on YouTube. We post the YouTube stuff when we have all the info. We don't give little leaks on YouTube. The little leaks will come Discord and Twitter. So just a heads up. So you may not have known about this, but hey, at least the side B banner will be coming tomorrow. And the side B Gintama banner coming tomorrow. So if you want those units, they're going to be available. So that's great. And this event is still running as well. The Sun Will Rise Again, which is a reprint. It's interesting because they seem to be doing this now. They're reprinting events that were specific to a feature festival, and weren't traditional Catastrophe or Ultimate Class events. And this is an example of this. 2 farmable units on this event. In Okada and Takasugi. And yeah, they're alright. It's worth getting them to 99 luck if you had the time. Sasuke came back, but he's gone now. And so this is the stuff that's actually on right now. We have the American football thing for the Health and Sports Day, which is tomorrow. This event has been ongoing since then though. They brought back Kurita and Hiruma's Awakening stage, which if you don't know is the only way to get Kurita anyway. But Hiruma is obviously available 4-star Gacha unit, but this is the only way you can awaken them. So this event's kind of important because it doesn't come around that often, and it's the only way to unlock the 6-star version of Hiruma and Kurita. We also have a brand new unit in Kongo Agon, which fills me with emotions. Mainly because A, he should definitely be a proper boss in this game. He should have a proper stage. Instead, he's a free gacha unit, and he's going to come around once, and then we're not going to see him again for 6 to 8 months. But also B, it's really cool that he's been added to the game, and it's pretty awesome. And even if he's free, that means everyone can get him. So hey, it's kind of alright. I've got to admit though, the amount of effort put in on some of the sprites, especially anything Murata's worked on, the sprite work needs to be on point. This is on point. I'm really happy with how the sprite came out. Obviously, because he's a free unit, the animations are kind of whatever, you know. But the sprite looks good, so hey, there's that. They also released a sale pack for Health and Sports Day, which don't buy it, please. unless there's a sports character that you desperately want, fair enough. But 4,900 yen is a lot, and you only get 1,000 rubies comp for that. And these units are mostly all available from other choice gacha tickets. I mean, look, if there's a 2019 sports character you're interested in, go nuts. If not, dead that. Just avoid this ticket like the plague. Now, this is the event everybody's talking about. This is the event that they've dropped on us. And there are so many things about this event that are just weird, okay? And to start things off, we have these 3 characters. We have the female Psyche, I believe called Kuriko. We have Tequila Joseph, and we have Alice in Wonderland Koro Sensei. Now, these are not costumes, these are separate new units, but from everything I can see, I have scoured this news post over and over, hoping I've somehow misread it, somehow misinterpreted it. It appears you only get to pick one. This is not like a thing where they're going to be available in the gacha. This is not a thing where, you know, you pick one, then you get another chance to get another, or later you can get it from the store, whatever. Seemingly, you just get one, and that is that. It is dead. It is done. So I'm going to be picking Saiki Kuriko, because out of the three, that's definitely my favourite. To be honest, I like the character. I mean, it's just Saiki, but pretending to be a woman. However, I never thought this was a character that would be added to the game. And when they kind of started deading costumes and saying it's not happening, like, I kind of got my spirits down a little bit, and I thought something like that was even less likely to happen. But Saiki Kuriko is her own unit, so I'm pretty gassed that I'm going to take that. I kind of also, as much as I liked Assassination Classroom, I don't have that much attachment to Koro Sensei. And as for Tequila Joseph, I feel like, as a gag unit goes, it's pretty standard stuff. But I've had a Tequila Joseph in other games, and in this game, you don't get Psyche characters in other games, except in that one Psyche game that I don't play. But regardless, moving on. We have the login bonus, which is rubies and convention invitations, which you trade the convention invitations in a type of gacha. You can collect 5 and you get a pull, and you probably get nothing. We have the Miss Jumputi special daily mission, which gives us 100 free rubies across the 10 days. This is, important to note, a 10-day event, which is, you know, that's almost a week shorter than like the Kenshin event. We'll speculate a bit about that in a second, but we've got the prologue event. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We have the contract, and that is what you trade in to get one of these 3 characters. The problem is, where is it? The contract will only be available once during the event period. So, I mean, it looks like we only get one. Choose wisely. I've already made my decision. I hope you will make yours prior to the event. I'm not saying these characters won't be available later, and I think there is potential here that if these characters are like gacha tier, this could essentially be them giving us a free gacha unit that they will then, you know, they'll add the others to the gacha later or something like that, or they'll bring them back in another free event and you get to choose a different one. But just make sure you choose your favourite. Don't, you know, some people, I saw someone say about Koro Sensei has type advantage over the catastrophe for this event. So if you're a new player, you might be inclined to pick Koro Sensei, because Koro Sensei would be a good character to run in your team against the catastrophe from this event. However, this is a one-time thing. I'm sure you can work out a team to beat any of the stages in this event that doesn't require you to make a choice based on type here. Just choose your favourite, okay? Just choose your favourite. So then, down here we have appeal time. This is our first look at the new gacha units. But this event is one of those, they seem to do this every event now. You get a daily event, you clear it each day, and they give you a bunch of stuff like books and jump stoles and coins and you know, anything like that. But we're also going to be getting a Miss Jumputi convention invitations. Now, I will say this here because I haven't really said it anywhere else. The abbreviation for this event is MissCon, which seems to stand for Miss Jumputi Convention. But I haven't really used MissCon anywhere in this news post because it doesn't really mean anything. So, just if you happen to be translating for yourself or something like that, and you're wondering why MissCon, that's why. So these are actually MissCon invitations, which obviously you can use to summon on a special invitation gacha. This is probably going to be much like the Kenshin one, where the 5 stars are the new 5-star characters, and Actually, I'm saying that, but I'm seeing Nishino here, so that might not be the case. But there's something we have to mention there as well. We'll talk about that in a sec. But basically, the Miss Con characters are going to be rated up. So a chance to pull those. You know, you'd have to be very lucky to pull one of them. But I saw some people getting some good luck on the Kenshin tickets. So you never know. You never know. Now, this event, aim to be the best you ever, is an awakening event. You collect the 4 awakening items and use them to awaken the various characters. I say awakening, evolution. I don't know, we don't really have awakening on this game. Evolution event. And the point of this is you can evolve the 3 characters. I don't know. I'm assuming you need 2 of each for each character. Like, so you'll need not to. What am I saying? You'll need like. This is just an example because I have no way to know this yet. Maybe for Koro Sensei you need the yoga mat and the tapioca to get him to 5-star, and then the mini face massager and the manners book to get him to 6-star or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but this is probably going to be one of those events that isn't going to take you that long. Once you've got your character of choice, you evolve them, job done. What I would suggest is take a look first. You know, once you've got the character you want, and you know how many evolvers or what evolvers you need, potentially investigate as to whether there is potential for these characters to be added again later, because there could come another news post later that says they're going to be added to the gacha or they're going to be added in another way. You might want these items pre-farmed, ready to evolve them. We don't have that information yet, so I'll leave it up to your discretion once the event comes out for you to decide. Now we have this event. Now this was the event I was hoping we were going to be getting extra copies of the farmable characters from, but it doesn't mention that anywhere, which kind of sucks. But you collect hearts from this event and you trade them in for rewards, including multi-tickets and 10% tickets. Pretty much standard affair, what you get with the trade-in exchange stores and stuff. So make sure you do this every day because you'll be able to trade it in for. But by the time you get to the back end of the event, you can trade it in for like scrolls and books and stuff like that. But at least at the start, you'll get a multi-ticket. And now the event we actually didn't have a lot of information on before, which is Seize It, Miss Jumputi Glory. Now this event is what makes things interesting. This is kind of almost a story event. Well, it is a story event, but it's a story event that doesn't have a story from a series. This is its own unique story event to Jumputi, featuring the characters from, you know, the characters that have been added with the various costumes. Even though they're not costumes, they kind of are costumes. But there are 2 special items, and trust me, I've reread this multiple times because I wanted to make absolutely sure it said what I thought it did. So we have the convention trophy, which seemingly is just nothing. It's just like, congratulations, you won. Here's an item that you can't use. I might be wrong on that, but it seemed to say it was a commemorative item. So it may do nothing. We'll see. We'll see closer to the date. It might be like trade it in at the store for a special item or something like that. Or it might just sit in your box. This, however, the Miss Jumputi costume exchange ticket. Now, why I think this is interesting is because if you scroll back up here, the Miss Jumputi invitation gacha, where it says there's a rate out for Miss Jumputi characters, has pictures of Misa, can't remember your name, from Lucky Man, and Nishino Tsukasa. Now, why is this interesting? Because I think there is potential. I'm just going out on a limb here. This is not, you know. This ticket signifies the fact that we're going to get costumes for the first time in ages in a costume store. Like, I don't think we've had any since Christmas. I think Christmas was the last one. I might be wrong. We might have got one for like 4 million downloads. I can't remember what 4 million downloads was though. But we're getting costumes, which is great. And we don't know what characters is on, but I think that gacha preview might indicate that these characters might be getting costumes, hence why they're shown on the banner with the other rated up characters, because they might have Miss Con costumes. What those costumes would be, I don't know. I feel like Nishino's already got at least one costume off the top of my head. Misa also has a costume, but look, the point is, this means that costumes are being added in the second half of this event or later, or I don't know. But it's an interesting topic because they seem to have moved away from costumes, either A, because they're planning on reworking sprites and they don't want to have to go back and rework reworks, or B, because it wasn't as profitable as they hoped it would be. But this is interesting. We will see. We will see hopefully next week what exactly this entails. And now this event, like I said, it's a story event. You get a few rewards. You also get Pako, which is Gintoki in a new form, new variation, not a costume, but this is a version of Gintoki. The Pako version of Gintoki does also have a costume, but we don't know what it is yet. We don't know what it looks like. But that's going to be coming a bit later in the event on the 21st, but again, it still ends on the 25th, so bear that in mind. You're not going to have long to farm this stage, and I feel like all signs point towards something. Look, I'm gonna leave this question to the people, okay? If anybody's watching the video at this point and you feel like commenting, let me know. Do you think it's more likely out of these three options that A, this event has an extra part to it, a second part to it that will run from the 25th to the end of the month, the start of next month, B, that we will get a small Halloween event or something similar, a separate event from this one that will do the last week of October, start of November, or C, that the next event will be so big. Remember, the next event is probably going to be JoJo Part 4, that the next event will be so big that it spills over into October from mid-November. So it's actually going to be one of the longest events we've ever had. I feel like it's got to be one of those three options. I don't know which. Now let me know what you think, because I honestly don't have a clue at this point. This event is very unique compared to what they've done before. You can see the breakdown of exactly what you have to do to get copies of Pako. Basically, clear this one once to get a costume, and then just farm that one. That's my recommendation anyway. Some people I have seen actually farm catastrophe classes, but I don't really know why. Farm this one, it's just better. Crystals at this point is just whatever. But this event has a special extra stage you can clear once a day. You get 140 crystals, so that kind of contributes to your crystal total. Will help you clear faster, which you're gonna need because the event doesn't go for that long. Pako inflicts Curse, so you're gonna have to deal with Curse either by removing it or having a character that resists it. And Pako is going to recover her own HP by a large amount, but she will inflict weakening to herself. So bring characters that either do boosted damage to weakening, or just do a shitload of damage, and you take advantage of the fact that characters are weakened. So, the gacha. I'm going to be pulling on this. Expect that video. When does the banner come out? The 15th, right? So, expect that Tuesday? Maybe? Tuesday? But we're definitely going to pull on this gacha. We have 4 new characters. To be honest with you, the one I care about most is the Yusaki Riko Yuki Rito. I believe it or not, I've really enjoyed To Love Ru, even though as time went on, it just got more and more ridiculous to the point that by the time we got into To Love Ru Darkness, oh boy. But I have a feeling I'm kind of in the minority here, because I feel like a lot of people are going to want Zurako, a lot of people are going to want the Trap Nagisa, and I don't know how many people... I know lots of people are fans of Yu Yu Hakusho, but I feel like this is a very weird choice, because this is only from, like, not even a whole chapter of one part of Yu Yu Hakusho right at the end of the series. Like, it's just... It's an odd choice to me. I feel like there were so many better choices. Now, speaking of better choices, there is a lot of speculation. Now that it has been revealed that Pako is a catastrophe class event, we almost always get a character to counter those. Now, because it's a story event, that's not exactly 100%. like, as far as I know, we haven't got characters to counter every story event, so that might not be the case here, but it's it really feels like, look, we had up here Naruto and Gintoki's birthday celebration. Okay, it was on 10/10, so this would be about 10-11 days late, but you've brought back, where is he? You've brought back Gintoki as a new version of the character in his own event, cross-dressing as Paco. Well, wouldn't you know it, there is a signature version of Naruto as a woman, aka the sexy no jutsu Naruto, that would fit perfectly as the limited version for this event. Now, obviously, A, they've shown no indication that they actually will do that, and B, that would mean Naruto has 2 limited characters that are kind of like weird spin-off gacha, because we have limited Sasuke, who's wearing a yukata for some reason, and then we would have sexy no jutsu Naruto. But at the same time, it seems like it's written in the stars, I'm not gonna lie. If they don't do it, I'm fine with that, and I probably wouldn't summon on it anyway. But if you are a fan of Naruto characters, if you're a fan of the idea of a sexy no jutsu Naruto, maybe wait until at least, you know, this event is starting up before you summon on any of the other banners, just in case. Just in case. Because I really feel like that's something we could see. Now, if we have a little scroll, you can see that Shurayasha Gintoki is returning, and the first multi is free. I don't know why, but it is. Now, I don't remember exactly the timeline, but I have a feeling that this Gintoki is being brought back, A, because we've got, you know, Gintama related stuff on right now, and B, probably to counter Toguro for newer players who are not going to be able to beat Toguro. We don't know when this banner starts, so it could well be starting at the same time as Toguro, which, by the way, Toguro is coming back. We'll talk about that in just a second. We have the Miss Jumputi sale pack. These, like I said before, these are the best kind of sale packs. But bear in mind, the only reason these sale packs are good are because you are guaranteed a new unit. If you've already got a unit from this event, this deal is no longer good because you have lowered your chances of getting a guaranteed new unit from 100% to like whatever it may be, 75% if you pulled 1, 50 if you pulled 2, and 25 if you pulled 3. So, just putting this out there, just throwing it out there. If you really want one of these characters, but you don't necessarily want to, like, you know, go crazy with the summons and that, buy this pack, get yourself 1 guaranteed. If you don't care which one it is, just get yourself the 1 guaranteed. Because bear in mind, these characters, we have no guarantee when they'll come back. Sometimes characters are just straight up added at the end of the month to the generic pool. And other times, they just disappear. Like the summer characters, they just disappear. So, I mean, look, I think these sales are pretty good, but spend wisely. Now the Dark Tournament Story event is coming back. Let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you, this event hasn't been back in fucking months. And yes, if you're a new player, this is going to be an absolute pain in the ass to even get 1 copy of Toguro. Because this event was hard back then. And it's, I would say, you know, events have had a trend of getting easier, not harder. So, other than the one little blip we had with Genkai Battle Saga, which we don't talk about, events have had a trend of getting easier, and I think this is an example of an event that people will struggle with if they haven't worked on their boxes. It might not be as hard as I remember it being, to be fair, because it was quite a while ago the last time I did it, but I am going to be aiming for 100% luck on my 100% Toguro, because I don't know when this event's going to come back. We also have Vegeta returning. Now, Vegeta's on the general rotation, but as far as I know, his catastrophe stage isn't. So if you missed out on the costume, one of the rare costumes that actually transforms the character, you can go snag yourself that. I've actually already got my Vegeta to 99 luck, so I'm not going to be doing that. Now, bear in mind, all of the stages that I've just mentioned, all this stuff, everything is going to be running at the same time as the new version update, which I think I left some information about down here. We'll talk about that, I guess, when we get to it. We got the Tower Special Rule Season, which starts tonight. It will have already started by the time this video is up. Green bubbles rated up in every tower battle. And then the following season, Jumputi Tower Boost with Miss Jumputi characters. Pretty simple stuff. We've got a few popular characters gachas and returning heroes gachas. I'm going to be real... Gachas? Gacha. There's no S. I'm going to be honest with you, these are all great characters. I'm still missing Shun Kaido, which annoys me. I'm still missing Katsura, which annoys me again. But I'm not pulling on that gacha. This gacha, I was missing 3 out of 4. So I did the 500 multi. I got Ote. So Piccolo and Neji still evade me. But again, 4 great units. This gacha is kind of interesting because I think Rock Lee is the only one I have, so I might do a 500 on this, see what I can get. You'll probably get nothing, but Kyoraku is probably the one I care about most there, so we'll see. And now this is the update. There's a lot to go through this update, so maybe just I'm going to link in the description. Maybe you could just go through this at your own pace, but basically they've renovated SOS because it was shit. Fair enough. They've separated shops and exchanges. Shops is now where you spend real-life currency to buy rubies, and exchange is now where you spend in-game currencies like, you know, pearls and trade medals and stuff like that in exchange for whatever is on offer in those sales, in those stores, whatever. But the stamina boost function, you can up to ×3 the amount of stamina you're using on a stage in order to get ×3 drop. This is great, especially for people like me who will forget to use their stamina, and then just as they're going to bed realise they got a full bar of stamina and be like, fuck. You just go find an ultimate you haven't done yet, ×3 stamina, bang, and your stamina bar is going to rinse real quick. I think on ×3 stamina, I've got like 200 and something stamina. So ×3, like, basically in 2 runs I would have drained my whole stamina bar on any given ultimate. And that will give me ×3 drops on that. Remember, this ×3 on everything, yeah? So ×3 on your bonus drop, ×3 on your standard drop, and ×3 on your luck drops. So, in theory, in a perfect world where you got a bonus drop, a standard drop's guaranteed. Bonus drop, standard drop, and you got 2 luck drops. Each of those could be ×3, which would give you 12 luck from 1 run. Now obviously it uses the stamina of 3 runs, so whatever, but in a perfect world that could happen. So make sure to bring a luck lead on any stage you're doing ×3 on if you can. You can now use auto even on uncleared stages, and you can auto in multiplayer, and I mean, this is just a general quality of life update that's real great. There's also going to be maintenance for that, so we'll be able to play it again. But that's not all. That's not all, because we also have to mention 2 new stages added to the game, Monster World Battlefield and Yonaoshiman's Castle. Now, Yonaoshiman is obviously from Lucky Man. What can we expect from this stage? I don't know. Maybe the long lost Genkai battle could come back and we'll have a Lucky Man Genkai battle. I don't know. Monster World Battlefield does indeed seem to be a Yu-Gi-Oh stage from the original battle against Bakura. And when I say original, I mean the OG one from the manga. If you didn't read the original manga stuff before Duelist Kingdom, from there. Now, I don't know what they're kind of doing with Yu-Gi-Oh, because they kind of just have aired it for so long. Like, what we got Kaiba, okay, but other than Kaiba being added since when Yugi and Joey were originally added, there's nothing, fam. They just don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh, which is mad, because Yu-Gi-Oh is such a big series, but it's had nothing. So finally some Yu-Gi-Oh! We're gonna get JoJo Part 4. We're gonna get some Lucky Man. I mean, the game's in a kind of weird place. I don't know what's going on. but lots of questions to be asked about what exactly we can expect in the coming weeks. Obviously, my predictions video kind of went in the bin. But, you know, to be fair, I said I'll review that when the time comes, and I will. I'll review that at the start of next month. And I think we have to say, I've written this down in the news post, and I think it's important. I think we have to say that things are kind of fucked up in Japan at the moment. They've had what I would call, you know, a complete clusterfuck of just environmental disasters, which is not good. I'm not really explaining this very well, but flick on the news and they'll explain it to you pretty well. They've got, you know, typhoons, earthquakes, and I believe there was some issues with a volcano as well. So if, you know, if all that stuff's going on, you kind of have to say, whatever the devs give us, we're just gonna say, yo, thank you, but, you know, please do stay safe. Please do, you know, prioritize the safety of you and your family over making sure that we have gacha game content to play. So I'm hoping that is what's happening here. And I'm hoping that all the devs are safe, and I'm hoping, you know, the disasters, the environmental disasters calm down soon, because I've seen some pretty fucking terrifying videos. I saw one of a guy in the eye of the typhoon. Fucking scary shit, fam. Scary shit. I'm glad we do not get shit like that in the UK. So, thoughts and prayers going out to anybody out there. Please do stay safe. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Leaving on a somber note. Like I said before, let me know in the description any thoughts and opinions you had on this event and what events will be coming next. And I'll see you guys next time.